Hey Cheryl, Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator. It was great to meet you guys. You need to come back and see us. So, I'm going to talk to Grandma for just a minute. This is just going to be a quickie. Um, Grandma Ruby, now I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they show me pictures too, and I call it spiritual charades. So I let them run the show. They tell us what we need to hear, not always what we want to hear. So it's her ball game. This is not an exact science, so don't forget. Sometimes they just throw words or pictures out there. It's all up to them. I let them do whatever they feel we need to. We need to have. That. There I am muttering again. So Grandma says, oh, she says you guys are like two peas in a pod. She's talking about emotionally. Two peas in a pod emotionally. So she wants you to step back and look at her. The qualities that she had in her, not, I think she's not so much talking about the positive ones as she is the other ones. She says that will give you a more clear picture of yours. She says you need to think better of yourself. And I don't do my whole reading where we get nothing but validations that I'm talking to her. So hopefully she'll show at least one little thing, but she's got to make it quick. This got to be short. I got a list of readings to do. She says you need to let those things go. Let those things go. She says, I lived through the Great Depression era, and there was a lot of things that brought us down. She said, you don't have any reason to. And she shows me like you in front of a mirror, and you keep looking away. You keep looking away from the mirror. You don't want to see yourself. You haven't come to terms with yourself yet. All right, she's reminding me of an exercise that I had to do when I first started doing this work, and I had to take a piece of paper and a pen, go in front of a mirror, sit there and literally look into my own eyes and write down. I don't remember if it was, seems like it was 15 minutes, and that seemed like an ungodly forever amount of time. She wants you to do that, but you can't just write down negative things. You have to write down the positive things too. Okay, and then she's showing this list. After you write it down, this is all up to you if you want to do the work. And she's showing the negative side like shrinking, like it's disappearing, like it's fading, and you need to concentrate that. And the positive side is getting bright and darker and more clear. And I can see the words negative emotions, lack of self-confidence, beating yourself up. And she's actually showing a picture of a hammer behind that sentence, that statement. Now, she says, you know what's good about hitting your head and hitting yourself in the head with a hammer? What's the best feeling about it is when you stop. You have to stop beating yourself up. Now, believe me, this is one of the best exercises I ever did. Oh, she says, then when you get done, burn the piece of paper. Keep it for a while, look at it, burn it. Now she's showing a big pot on a stove. So there's something that she used to cook in a big pot. It could be like a soup or a stew, or I can't really see it, but there's liquid in it, dark liquid in it, kind of. I mean, it's not just water. And so there should be something that pops into your mind, some dish that you like the smell of, or something that she used to cook that you remember her by. You will smell this. You can be in the store, you can be in the car, you can be in your house, doesn't matter, and you'll get a whiff of that smell. That's going to be a sign from her that she's around. Now, she says she wants to bring you strength, so she's bringing you strength at that moment. Acknowledge her, tell her you love her, and ask her to bring you more signs. Validate her. She's showing old lady shoes, and they're on her feet. Old lady shoes, that's what she's calling them. Don't know how that's significant for you. Maybe she had a problem with her feet towards the end. Again, she says, stop beating yourself up. Don't look back that way. You're not going that way. She says, what are the words that you would say to your best friend? Would you talk to your best friend like that? Then why would you do it to yourself? The chaos around you, again, the chaos around you is of your own making. The more you dwell on the negative, this has come from me, the more you dwell on the negative, the more negative you pull in. You have to learn to flip that. You have to, for every negative thing you think, you have to think of a positive one, even if it's just, well, the sun's shining, or I have heat in my house, or even I try to do gratitude lists. Even on my worst days, there's 5 things I'm grateful for, 5 positive things that I'm grateful for. I have food in my refrigerator. Whatever it is, I can see this. All right, she says, if you will do this, it will change your life. I do love you. I am proud of you. Watch your world blossom if you flip your thinking. She says you want things to change in your life. She says they'll never change. Say it again. They'll never change until you change it. Want change in your life? Change what you're doing. She was a strong lady, and she's trying to bring you some of that strength. She's trying to bring you some of that strong energy. So I don't know how to describe how you would feel it. There's if you she says you're too closed off to feel it. If you possibly at some point just feel like, wow, I'm a lion, I'm powerful. That's coming from her. I mean, they can pour the love energy on you so strong that I've had them do it, and it just makes me start bawling because it's so beautiful. You're going to have to take your guard down. You're going to have to be a little more vulnerable. You're going to feel her. She's trying. She says the way to make me happy, make me proud, is for you to come out of your shell and be happy. She's going like this. No more negative. No more negative. You're expecting somebody out. You're expecting somebody else. And right now she's talking about a particular person, but she could be talking about anybody. You're expecting somebody else to make you happy, and it'll never work. It'll never, ever work. That person can't make you happy. This person has to make you happy. She says you're making yourself sick with it. Well, there once again, if you keep pulling in negative, it you can literally make yourself sick. Your little cells, tell your little cells every day, I love you. I love you. Let's be bright and shiny today. And you think I'm crazy, but I'm not. Well, yes I am. Yes I am. I'm not. Literally, your body can heal itself. But if we beat on it emotionally, it beats on our body too. You have to tell your little cells, I love you. Take good care of me. Let's get healthy. I'm not kidding. I do physical energy healing, so promise you it works. She wants to see you like the sun is shining on your head and bouncing and smiling and laughing, just full on laughing. Grandma says, let's make this happen. You have to do the work. Nobody else can fix it. Nobody. But call on her. Absolutely call on her because she's got the strength, the strong strength to help make you stronger. There's going to be tears. Yep, yeah, she's right. There will be tears. Do you want to do it? That's coming from me. She says you need to find a book on positive thinking. Oh man, I see the name Gloria. I asked her if she could tell me what book. I'm seeing the name Gloria. I stink at names. Totally stink at names. So I don't know if you can find a positive. Maybe as you're walking along, you'll see a book and you'll just, your head will be, your head should literally, as you're walking through somewhere, be drawn to it. And when you look that way, you don't know why you're looking that way. And then you go, think about it. What's there? What's there I'm supposed to see? Why are they drawing my attention here? So see if maybe there's an author that's named Gloria, or at least a female with a GL name. Since I stink at the names. So Grandma she has been around and she has tried to let you know she was there. Like I said, use her for support, use her for strength. She will bring you other things once you start talking to her. Now my ear is getting hot again. It just did in my last reading. That's usually what Bob does to me. If it's my blood pressure, both my ears get hot. But it's just, this is Bob's ear. I call it Bob's ear. It's getting, sometimes it'll get bright red, totally beet red, and it'll feel like it's burning. And I've asked him to back that off a little bit, but it's so, if you get that, just one ear, and it gets warm and then just gets warmer, warmer, warmer. Don't know for sure how you'll feel the energy. Everybody feels it different. Know that that's from her. Anything they do while I'm doing a reading is for you. All right, she says she's going to run. She says, talk to her. I promise you, and I tell everybody 1,000%, she can hear you. She can see you. Talk to her. She will help lead you, guide you to the things you need to do to open yourself up. But you've got to be willing to take the steps. It's not going to drop in your lap, and it's not going to be some magical poof, you're done. It won't work that way. You have to do the physical work. It sounds like Grandma's really, really strongly, and she would be, as far as I can tell, the best one to guide you on this little path. Now, it's a huge path. Try the mirror thing. She says, I do love you. Beyond the moon. So have you sat cross-legged Indian style by her grave and talked to her? Because that's a picture she's showing me now. I will say they don't live there. I know. I spend a lot of time at a certain grave, but I know when I'm there, he doesn't live there. But go sit there and talk to her. Then you'll start realizing, and then watch for whatever happens around you. Like mine, I kept saying, where's my sign? Where's my sign? Every time I went out there. And 10 times a white butterfly would appear, circle me, and leave. So it took me about 10 times to go, Rhonda, there's your sign. So pay attention. If you go there and do that, pay attention to what goes on around you. The noise, the noise, the sounds, the smells, whatever, you'll get a sign while you're there. Anyway, much love to you. Got to run. Got lots of work to do. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator. See you later.